Welcome, bienvenue sur la Fédération des Planètes Unies. Désolé pour hier, j'ai eu un problème de micro, ce qui fait que vous n'avez pas pu m'entendre. On va refaire cette mission, puisque ce sera une rediff. Sur ce, je vous laisse. Bonjour.
I repeat, this is Captain Esri Dax. I'm calling on you at the recommendation of Director Hugh from the Borg Cooperative. The species known as the Chimerans have taken over the Midas Array. I am stationed on the array, but all attempts at first contact and diplomacy have failed. The Chimerans are hostile and have corrupted the array's comms. I repeat, cannot abandon my post. Backup is required immediately. Glad you made it, and relieved. The level of environmental corruption down here is... and comms are still disrupted. Can you hear? No time to explain. I recommend yellow alert. The Chimerans have placed beacons in the system to summon more of their kind. Clear the system and stay alert. Those beacons are emitting a powerful psionic signal.
Screech, squirm. The Genresi feast on the thrill of your despair. Your vessel will be absorbed, devoured, every piece of matter consumed.
Midas array sensors indicate you've destroyed a beacon. Keep it up. The array beam is a triquantum pulse wave. It's holding that unstable portal open.
From hull to husk, your vessel will be dissected. No, contorted. No, consumed.
Longue vie et prospérité, Jack. Comment tu vas?
The array is picking up on an energy spike originating from the multiversal portal. Borg vessel incoming. Its quantum signature matches our universe, but it's been infected by the Chimerans.
Rise and twist, ship by ship. Devour, consume. Feasting, stretching, devouring whole.
Well done. I've cleared up the array's comms, but I'm not sure how long it'll last. Alliance reports indicate that this Chimeran Borg vessel traveled here from the 13 SETI system. Well, let's act fast. We need more data on that multiversal portal to shut it down. And without support on the ground, I won't be able to get the technology aboard the array that's holding it open. Right, to replicate the conditions that led to the portal's creation, and allow us to reverse engineer that process. Creative, and worth a shot. Can you transfer me the data in real time? This portal's chronometric signature places its conception at roughly 5 hours ago.
That timestamp correlates with a localized rupture in space-time originating from an unknown source. Scans show the portal's drift vector has a decay rate of 0.015 radians per second, delayed by the array's triquantum pulse wave. If we invert the wave's polarity, we could engineer the opposite effect and expedite the portal's collapse. We can work with that. Hang on. Sensors are picking up an incoming energy signature.
Brace yourself. Something's coming through.
Mayday, Mayday. This is Operator Z. This is a call into the void, I'm sure, but I gotta try. Structural integrity is compromised beyond repair and emergency protocols activated. Does anyone copy? Anyone? Array comms are failing again. Your signal is weak. I repeat, this is Tegan. This shuttle is about to blow. I'm setting a course for the nearest stable structure. Preparing for transport in 3, 2. The Midas Array has recorded an explosion near its central dish. Are you all right?
I'm critically outnumbered. Need you to beam down here. And I'd never ask you to, but chances of survival... Good. I see you made it aboard. However, your bridge officer is missing. Something caused your pattern to shift midstream. You've materialized in the wrong location. Signal is distant. Unfortunately, comms are still compromised. Likely to improve as you get closer. You'll need to find me in the... Everything all right? The DAC symbiont picked up on a psionic reverberation.
Vocal interface activated. Chimera neural processor linked to tricorder matrix. Unit neural processor properties. Psionic activity detection. Environmental threat assessment. Vocal interface activated. Neural processor command log. Consume. 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 Destroy. 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 Perfect. 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 Vocal interface activated. Psionic activity is increasing in your location. Caution advised.
Your thoughts, feelings, fears are irrelevant. You stand before a legion of death. You will be devoured, swallowed whole.
You're on the right path. Comms are improving. Signal is getting closer.
Foreign body analysis. Scan results. Chimeran puzzle.
Comms have cleared, and your signal is strong. You're almost here. You'll need to take the...
Environmental risk level has increased. Caution advised.
Open your mind. Surrender your soul. We will absorb you. Inhabit you.
Great, you made it. Over here. Not so fast. Operator? But I thought you didn't make it. Stand back. No sudden moves. Hands where I can see them. You're... me. Esri. Haven't heard that in a while. It's Operator Z now. Has been for years. Well, I'll be damned. So this is what's on the other side of that portal. Nice pips. You're still a member of Starfleet? And you're... not? But I'm assuming you're here to help. Are reinforcements coming? Reinforcements? There's nothing but decay on my side of the fence. Looks like you're living a pretty comfortable life over here in comparison. Comfortable? We're in the middle of a galaxy-wide invasion, and our fleet was sabotaged by former allies who turned out to be Borg. You were allied with the Genresi. Those. They're from my universe. Oh, no. Not those. We call those Chimerans. Speaking of, I've got some pretty bad news. As suspected, Chimerans are indeed Borg. They're also... Trill, I know. My whole universe is swarming with them. Chimerans are also immune to assimilation, including Etherian fusion. They also can't be reasoned with, at all. They're volatile and corrupted beyond reach. Glad we agree. Listen, I'd love to chat, but as your friend probably saw, my shuttle was blown to pieces by temporal compression. You all still have a symbiosis commission here? I need to hitch a ride to Trill and warn them. We do, but I can't let you leave, Operator. It's too dangerous. We need to get to the array's primary antenna control. There's a tri-quantum beam in there that we can use to close up that portal. I'm sorry, Z. We can't let it stay open. Fine by me. I've got few reasons to go back, and truth be told, I need your help. Heads up. We've got company. We can't let them take over the array.
We feast on your fear, your futility. Entropy is inevitable.
I'm not leaving a single one of these bastards standing. Not in my universe, and not in this one. Don't forget about those Chimeran pustules. It's good to see you again. I regret accepting help from the Etherians so quickly. I'm sure many agree. I thought I had gotten pretty good at reading people over the years, but trust the Borg to fool any of us once in a while. Do you want to talk about our last meeting? The Aventine is being stripped of Etherian upgrades and diagnosed for sabotage with the help of Director Hugh and the Cooperative. I boarded the array with a shuttle and my advance team. I didn't want my arrival to seem imposing. This started off as a low-risk recon mission with the intent Tactical data acquired by the Alliance now confirms the Chimerans exhibit patterns of targeted aggression towards Borg variants from other quantum universes. They are also strongly drawn to protomatter. My research also reveals that a Chimeran's genetic framework is dominant in its expression, nullifying any Etherian genomic contributions. The million latinum question that I happen to have an answer to. I located an unlicensed stock of protomatter containers in the primary antenna control room. They're flocking to it. I'm not sure how, well, the Genresi were Borg. How were they able to break through the Trill's defenses? And how were they able to establish such a firm footing in your universe? And what about our allies? Starfleet, the Federation, the Borg Cooperative. The cooperative you speak of doesn't exist where I come from. In my universe, the Borg gained the upper hand in the incursion of 2409, when they invaded the Vega colony. The crew of the USS Aventine, one of Starfleet's finest, was tasked with a crucial mission. They abandoned the ship when the Borg boarded them. Their mission was unsuccessful, according to reports. I helped retake the Vega colony from the Borg and drive them from that sector. But of course, you never made it because you left. I wonder who captained the Aventine. As far as I can tell, they're just a horde without a head and no one to guide them. Trust no one who wishes to be their queen or otherwise control them. They can't be controlled and they can't be bargained with. Striving to do so only ends in death. Now these Borg seek out protomatter as sustenance without knowing why. I don't know how so much of it ended up aboard your array. There's none of it left in my universe. Fight our way through this array and make it to primary antenna control so we can reverse engineer the triquantum beam and close that multiversal portal. Let's hope we find your... And turn off that tricorder's voice output, would ya? We're practically announcing our next move to the enemy. I've managed to locate your bridge officer's position. Your officer might need shore leave after all of this. Z, did you have a crew? Once upon a time. I travel alone now, and I prefer it that way. It's easier. Don't leave any of those pustules behind. Who knows what they could turn into? Look out. These creeps are stalking the hallways.
Symbiosis is inescapable. There is no perfection but chaos.
These parasites are beyond hope. They only deal in destruction. There's a storeroom nearby. Call it a shortcut.
be consumed.
Yeah, keep talking to us like you know what it means. Corrupted dirtbags. We've made it this far. There's no turning back. We're closing in on primary antenna control, and I'm not sure what awaits us there. My loyalties lie with your friend. But I could make an exception.
Foreign body analysis. Scan results. Chimeran tendril. Status. Dormant. Composition. 40% multicellular. 40% cybernetic augmentation. 15% unidentifiable biofilm. 5% unknown. Property.
We're almost there. Stick together, everyone. They really have a knack for leaping at you when you least expect it, huh?
Join, and never leave.
I'm not joined now, and I never will be. Request denied, asshole. Operator, look out! Are you all right? I'll be fine. Let's take these vermin out. We have to take down this chimeran so we can get to the beam.
We are Shabresi. We are one. We are many. We are all.
You are nothing. You will never know happiness or pain.
The abyss gives. It promises endless. Symbiosis frees the bloated mind.
That's it. If you send the data we gathered on the chimeran pustules over to the cooperative... I need your help over here. I've disabled security protocols and reversed the polarity. The polarity has been reversed, but something's wrong. This portal is being... Her vitals are deteriorating, and fast. This is it. There's no reversing a genres infection. Don't be so sure. I've got a lot of experience in reversing different types of Borg assimilation. This is different. Trust me. It's not working. We need to get her to your sickbay. It's too late. I'd rather die than become an abomination. Take me out, operator. Just stay with me. We'll get you to my husband, Julian. He's a doctor. That bastard? Dr. Bashir is also a brilliant surgeon. Yeah, too brilliant. Norval was right. They went too far. She'll come for me. Try to control me. Who? Who will come for you? Z? Just end it. Happy to die, like I said. I owe you one. You can't save everyone, Esri. I know. She's right. We can't leave her here. Let's get to that portal.
A Chimeran Unimatrix in the Alpha Quadrant. Z wasn't kidding. This dimension has fallen to the Borg. Is that the Harmony? And another tri-quantum wave beam. Well, I don't think we've been spotted yet. Long-range sensors indicate the Harmony's weapons platform is dormant. But if you ask me, we can never be too careful. The Harmony looks a little different since my last encounter with it. Like clockwork, never trust a sitting duck.
Resist, and you shall be consumed. Accept the Legion's embrace.
The Hive beacons are powering the Harmony's shields with their psionic beams. We'll need to target the beacons first to get through that shield.
Ripping flesh, bulging body. Consume its matter, consume its mind.
These pustules are emitting biotoxins that will degrade our navigational systems. Hang on. The Harmony is teleporting.
Target's shields have failed.
The shield dropped when the Harmony used its energy supply to teleport. Destroying the hive beacons might give us a window to target the harmony.
Why such discord? Symbiosis is inevitable. To feel, to play is the Legion's only victory. Succumb to us. Feed us.
That's it. The shield is down. Target the harmony. Heads up. The harmony is teleporting again.
Bienvenue pour ceux du raid que je ne vous ai pas vu. Profitez du jeu et désolé si je ne vous ai pas calculé.
Let's take those beacons out and finish what we started.
Twist the mind. Break it, bend it, warp it. To absorb is to ascend. No order, no command can control us. Every dimension will be consumed.
The shield is down. Time to target the Harmony. The portal is closing. We need to go to full impulse before your ship gets torn apart by a proto-matter shockwave. I'm receiving a transmission from the Aventine. They're waiting for us on the other side.
We are the Borg. Our survival is your survival. You will open your communication frequencies immediately. The collective demands an audience. Resistance is futile. Together, we can eradicate all weakness in the galaxy and prevail. Perfection requires strength.
They're afraid. Afraid of the Etherians and the Chimerans.
The collective has been attacked by pretenders to perfection. A threat has been posed to perfect and imperfect beings of this universe. Your survival demands that you assist us. The collective demands an audience. Resistance is futile.
Well, so much for peaceful negotiation. Speaking of queens, I wonder what Z meant when she said someone would come for her. She seemed pretty certain the Chimerans don't have a queen. I guess we'll find out. Thanks for your assistance today. In truth, I don't know if we would have survived without you. I know we couldn't save her, but at least we saved the Midas Array. That's gotta count for something. No, she worked alone. If you could beam her over, I think the Aventine would like to host a burial amongst the stars for the operator. Even though she hadn't been in Starfleet for a long time, by the sounds of it, Z was still a hero. We owe her that much. Thank you. I think I understand now why Z felt so comfortable closing the portal to that universe, and why she was so ready to accept her fate. If that's the life that awaited her, then no wonder she asked us to put her out of her misery. I don't know what's more unsettling. A mirror Borg unimatrix in fluidic space, or a Jean Ress one in the Chimeran reality. You're right. I'll send you a report once I check in with Starfleet Command. There's a lot to reflect on. This has been a lot. I'm not sure I even have the words to describe it. Let's keep in touch. Stay safe out there. Thank you again for your help today. I couldn't have done it without you. Now that the Midas Array is secure and free of Chimerans, comms in the area are back online, and the Alliance is sending over a unit. Cleanup and proto-matter confiscation. By closing the unstable portal to the Chimeran universe, we managed to buy ourselves some time. However, I've already received reports of Chimeran incursions surfacing in other systems. Perhaps someone should consider meeting with the Borg Collective in some capacity. I know an alliance founded on the basis of fear of a common enemy can be risky, but it might be the only shot we have against the Etherians and the Chimerans. As for me, I'll be heading to Trill. I've got a word of warning for the Symbiosis Commission, should they ever be inclined to experiment with joining in protomatter in our universe. Director Hugh is meeting me there. We're hoping our combined research will convince them to put some new laws in place. Until we meet again.
Et c'est reparti. En attendant que je passe sur une autre partie. Et, et là, et là, on va partir sur le personnage Klingon. Je vous laisse profiter.
One of the vessels that took part in the raid on you. Everything we do. One of the vessels that took part in the raid on Utopia Planitia has gone missing in the Orith system, in Romulan space. We received a brief burst from the ship's emergency transponder, but then it went silent. If this was a Romulan attack, we may have a new enemy to face in this war. Command has ordered us to go to the last known location of the ship. Once there, we are to find the missing vessel and recover the critical data, if possible. Everything we do is for the Empire. We have arrived in the Orith system. The bird of prey may be in orbit, obscured by the planet itself. It may have crashed on the planet or been destroyed here in space. It is time to begin the hunt. Ready to begin a sensor sweep on your command. There is too much radiation from Orith Prime. It's scrambling the sensor signals. We should narrow down the search area with more intensive scans of key areas. That small ion nebula is a good place to start. Your officers are skilled, my friend. We now have a detailed scan of the Ion Nebula. There is a cluster of debris behind the larger asteroid. Metallic content is consistent with a ship. That may be what remains of our missing vessel. If so, I suspect that pirates have been ambushing ships in this system with traps like this for some time now. Crude, but effective. Many a freighter captain came through here trying to avoid inspections, only to meet a cold and brutal end. Sensors are picking up Romulan and Nausicaan alloys within the debris field, but nothing from a Klingon vessel. I'm reading an interesting radiation anomaly nearby. I think we should investigate it.
This is pirate space, and we answer to no one. Leave or die! We have Garamba! We will never surrender!
Congratulations, Lieutenant Commander.
Nausicaan pirates. They must see the Romulans as easy targets. It is possible they attacked our missing vessel as well, despite the alliance between the Nausicaans and the Empire. Indeed. They should have known better than to challenge a Klingon. Wait. Reading an energy signature on the surface of Orith 2. It corresponds to that of a warp core. Indeed. And of the size and class used in a bird of prey. We need to get down there and investigate. Standard orbit established. We are in transporter range. Detecting bands of Vistrium in the rock formations here. It scatters transporter signals, so this is as close as we can get to the bird of prey safely. We should make our way to high ground and get an overview of the area. Then we can plan how to proceed to the crash site. What's this? My tricorder's range has been There. Do you see it? Exactly. A naturally occurring duonetic field would not be so constant in effect. This field is artificially generated. I'm sure of it. Be advised. That field will make using transporters difficult. I believe our weapons will still work, however. As I suspected, that field is making it difficult to maintain. Picking up some energy readings to the south. The jungle is dense. Many life signs. Exercise caution. Dangers are hidden here. We are not alone. The rocks here form natural valleys and causeways. If we head to the low... We should get our weapons ready. I thought I saw something moving. We should scan the area again. This planet is playing tricks on me. There's nothing there! There it is! The bird of prey! Recommend we... Those might be life signs. But the radiation from the ship's reactor is fouling up my tricorder. We can't rely on our instruments here. Visual recon is our next option.
Kavan, I am Katang, captain of what remains of this honored vessel. We were returning from a recon mission and encountered Nasakan pirates. One of them got a lucky shot and knocked our seal generator out. Indeed, they are good at that. They jammed our transmissions and began to hunt us like animals. Shortly after, we crashed. I do not know how many of my crew remain. Several of them went into the jungle to hunt.
This warrior had many internal injuries. Injuries that should have been immediately fatal. This warrior was killed by blunt force trauma. The wounds could have been caused by the force of the crash. If the ship's inertial dampers were offline before the ship hit the atmosphere, it is likely that many of the crew were killed this. I'm detecting electrical burns and plasma damage, along with pieces of shrapnel that could have come from an exploding console. This warrior died with honor. There's nothing that indicates they left their post. This warrior survived the crash. A very sharp blade killed them, expertly wielded. By tracing the blood trail back to its source, I found a second drag path and 2 sets of footprints. I believe this warrior died trying to defend someone else. Someone who was then taken. I'm detecting level 3 radiation burns and severe heat damage. This warrior must have been very close to a power conduit when it exploded. A Romulan. Not terribly unexpected considering where we are. But I do wonder why a Romulan is in the company of Klingon warriors. Keep him close for now. We can interrogate him later, once we don't have to worry about the Hirogen putting their blades in our backs. That's all of them. Let's go talk to Captain Kitang.
Where is the enemy? I will die as a warrior. Do not let me die. My strength returns. I will live to fight for the Empire. Do you hear, Hirogen cowards? Kitang, son of Karok, lives on. Meet me in battle, if you have the spine for it. It is quite a prize indeed. Complete scans of the Romulan defenses, and the plans for a new type of warbird. Unfortunately, that green-blooded Petach over there detected us. Oh, I've considered it several times, but my senior officer has convinced me that Imperial intelligence might like a word with him. So we threw him in the brig. Since then, he's been nothing but they're functional, but barely. You should be.
I am getting power readings from within the ship, but they are at minimal levels. If we can find a working terminal, we can use it to access the ship's data core. I have the data. It's encrypted. But there will be time to deal with that later. For now.
Kapla! I'm ready to leave this wretched planet. Lead the way. Go! Catch that Petach of a Romulan!
Captain Katang must have had a bomb rigged to the warp core. He knew the Hirogen would return. Reading Klingon life signs up ahead. More survivors from the crash, most likely. These Hirogen have no honor! If they...
Where are the Hirogen? I will make them pay for this! Evacuate! As you wish. Should I see a Hirogen, I may be delayed.
Honor to you and your house, warrior. You have my thanks.
I will not die in a cage, but as a warrior of the Empire. Kapla!
Where are the Hirogen? I will make them pay for this!
There's that Romulan again! Quick, grab him!
I submit to your will. Among my people, that would make you bound to protect me as you would an honored guest. So, guard me now, if you are truly honorable. A large force of Hirogen are coming this way. I won't survive without your assistance.
It's not clear what he knows about Katang's mission, but we do know that he wanted us to capture him and escape from the Hirogen. The choice is...
You would leave me to be
At least the Romulan will die in battle.
These scheming Batak are using me and my crewmates.
I've sent the warrior to the evac site. I've sent the warrior to the evac site. I've sent the warrior to the evac site.
There you are! Let us talk of victory! I killed the Herodian leader in battle, and then caught most of his witless lackeys in the blast. But there is still...
That was just a prelude. The Alpha is coming. He's hiding. Watch for his minions.
It has been a day of glory and of honor. Know that you are a friend to me and my house. That is a...
The Herodian won't give up the hunt easily. We are cleared for transporter operations and can leave at your command.
You have unlocked a new trait slot. Click here to view
This was a good victory. Though Katang's ship is a loss, he lives on, a strong warrior and hero of the Empire. He will critically reduce the supply of blood wine in the first city while he celebrates. But that is a small price to pay, I think. You and I both know we need all of the stout fighters we can get if we are to defeat the Federation. Saving warriors like Katang will help us achieve that victory. But I've chewed enough ligament here. Until we fight together once more. Serve with honor, my friend! Everything we do.
Congratulations, Lieutenant Commander.
We have lost contact with a battle group in the Norg system. It could be a Starfleet assault, but that system is deep within Imperial territory, It seems unlikely that an enemy fleet would have made it that far without being detected. Not to mention any number of more critical targets along the way. Needless to say, the High Council wants answers. You and I are to conduct an investigation at once. The war continues, and all of our warriors are needed to fight. I am picking up the remains of several Klingon vessels on sensors. If these readings are correct, they were all destroyed in a matter of moments. One thing is clear. The weaponry used to defeat these ships was not Federation technology. We need to get closer and... At least these warriors went out fighting. May Kalis greet them soon in Sovakor. I am starting to run an analysis of the energy readings in the debris fields. So far, and they may be back for more. A series of subspace rifts has opened ahead, near those large asteroids, and ships... working weapons. We can solve the riddle of these Fakiri later. Seen it with my own 2 eyes. Indeed. All available forces are ordered to return to the Praxis Belt immediately. The data on the... Look, the Fakiri have bypassed concentrate fire on the... We must close the other portal quickly, before more reinforcements arrive to attack Kronos!
The Fortescue is moving to defend our orbital command facilities while you deal with the portals.
I am detecting a group of Fakiri vessels.
I have heard tales of your recent victories in battle. It is good to fight at the side of such a warrior. Thank you for leaving some of these demons for us to battle. I have never fought a mythological creature before. It was a glorious experience.
The battle awaits us. The enemy is near. Local defense forces are...
We will secure this area against further attacks.
I'm picking up... With the Hall of Justice secured, we must continue on toward the Great Hall of the High Council. Reinforcements are transporting in to aid us! Keep fighting!
Roar! For the Empire!
The courtyard is
You are all going to die! In Pecla's name!
Enemy target.
I will return for your heads! Bring on filth!
This is madness! Indeed! You have done well today, warriors. This is madness! Indeed! You have done well. This is madness! A mythological creature nearly ran me through in battle! Here, at the heart of the Empire! I would know more about this attack. Why were these Fakiri here? What was their goal? Indeed! You have... When I received my first assignment on a starship, my father told me I would see many strange things in the service of the Empire. After today, I know his words to be true. The Fakiri, demons of myth, here, alive, and seeking revenge. Madness. Chancellor Jimpock has given us a great honor. I look forward to fighting the Fakiri with you once again.
Congratulations, Lieutenant Commander.
In legend, the Fakiri are an army of... Heed the call of...
C'est là que se termine ce stream. Je vous remercie de l'avoir suivi. Comme d'habitude, Valranox diffusera ces vidéos ce soir et mercredi. À nous, on se retrouve la semaine prochaine. Sur ce, je vous laisse, et comme dirait un certain Vulcain, longue vie et prospérité à vous.